fuming hot from Finney's Garage here. E3 leaks with.
I'm Vinny, and
I'm Miguel.
Yeah, we're here.
And your moderator, Alfred.
We're sweating.
We're talking E3 leaks today. That's why it's so hot. It's not the weather.
I mean, it might be the weather.
No. It's the leaks. It's definitely the leaks. These things are hot.
I believe it.
These things are steaming hot. I know that people don't think this E3 is going to be like the biggest one, but right off the top, we got like crazy dream-like scenario games here. So we want to run those off and talk about what we sort of know. Leaks really don't take it with a grain of salt. A lot of this stuff might be fake. That's kind of the fun of it, trying to see what's deception, trying to make something out of it before we actually know.
We'll always try to.
Hopefully, we're wrong and we're surprised, anyways. I hope I'm wrong with all this. And it's even better than we think it is. Starting off with the most contentious for me, after what I've heard, Avengers project, fresh from Endgame. Fresh.
It's
hot, baby.
Avengers is hot.
Right, that was the hottest thing.
For me, the hottest thing ever. But that's a different conversation.
Yeah, these are not the Russo's hands that we are in today.
Yes.
We're in Square Enix's hands, and they've had this thing about like chopping up their projects to make more money off of it. They've done not so good business practices.
But that's lately. Let's be fair. Square Enix has an amazing record if you look at the long run. They just haven't been so hot lately. But who's not to say that this is not their opportunity to get back on their feet?
Well, we say this because the first news that we got out of this is that it's going to be 4-player co-op, continuous. I mean, the biggest thing here, story game. We all thinking Destiny. The internet's been thinking Destiny for the past couple of days. Yeah, I'm thinking Destiny. I'm skeptical. I know how easy it is to take advantage of this property.
I mean, however, it does have like a some stealth mechanics in there. We don't know how deep in there.
I think that'll be per player. Like some players, probably. Who knows?
That might be it. They also have. Yeah, it's gonna be action adventure.
We know it's third person.
Gonna have cover.
Let's not forget it.
Crystal
Dynamics.
Really?
Crystal Dynamics is also working on this. Let's just.
You
do like that. You do like that.
Since we're on this little Avengers project as well, we want to mention the fact that there is also probably not going to show up at E3, but these guys, I don't know exactly which team, probably the team that did Deus Ex, is working on Guardians of the Galaxy. Somewhere out there, there's a Guardians game actually being made. That's
help us.
I mean, if that shows up, then it would be fully understood why Square Enix took the primetime slot this year from Sony. They're not there, but somebody had to take it. But they
that
took
one's
it.
Purely a rumor, right?
Yeah, that one's purely. But if they have that, then I think they're dropping bombs this year. But maybe they're not because they already got Final Fantasy VII that's going to be showing up there. But that's back to the Avengers title. Not so sure on that one. What are you guys on?
I'm a little nervous.
I'm excited for one to see if they're really tying it into the Marvel universe in the comics, or
maybe the game.
My
Spider-Man game.
My question is, how does this game play?
It's third person.
That's fine, but what are the dynamics of each character? How are they different from each other? And what is there skill trees for these characters?
Probably standard third person. Action RPG, streamlined
progression,
ability.
So 20 levels maybe. Or
you can't shoot 3 arrows with Hawkeye till you get to this level.
You get a certain arrow with him or something.
All right, but now I want to move on to the next because we got a lot. They're hot.
There's a lot.
They're hot, especially the first couple. They're like steaming.
Go ahead, hit us with it.
George R. Martin working with From Software.
Yes, From Software.
What else have they done?
Dark Souls, Sekiro.
They should know.
Woo! They hot. They're really hot. Sekiro just came out, and I still can't even beat it.
Can't beat it. I talk to him all the time. He's
I'm right there. I haven't beaten the hatred yet.
He's in his glory, though.
But it's fantastic. It's fantastic, and I'd love to see more from these guys, especially working with George R. R. Martin after the debacle that was season 8.
Yeah.
We're very much interested to see what it is. We've heard that they're stepping out of their shell. like
Getting away from
big
what it
open
was,
worlds with
yeah,
horses, because
yeah.
they always have open worlds, but they're like layered worlds.
It's kind of like
with stuff hidden
it's
in them.
kind of like the constructed open world where it's like, it's the guideline open
It's
world.
it's not giving you the space in between where you get bored, and you kind of like that.
It's good. It's a good touch. It's
like
a good
The Witcher,
touch.
I like to run through the woods for a bit before I get to my quest. Here, they probably gonna. Who knows? But it's the first time they're going open.
We'll see what they can do with it.
George R. R. Martin,
company,
Viking, we hear called Great Rune.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm keeping in mind is that George R. Martin, English, in interviews, he's actually stated that he has a love for video games. Yes, he hasn't played them in a really long time though, because
big box PC games probably.
Yeah, probably, or like SNES. I don't really quite remember, but I do remember he said that he stopped it because it was like an addiction for him. Like if he played.
Yeah, okay, I read that article. He's not that big. He didn't know that much.
Yeah, he's not up to date, but like he has love for games. He has love for games. But on the other side of things, though, to my understanding, he has like an advising position in this. Though it's not really. Yeah. We don't really know to what degree he's involved. So it's not like it's his name on there, sort of like Tom Clancy's would be, right?
We don't know.
We have no clue. It could be like John Madden with his name stapled on the front. George R. R.
But he did say he just consulted.
It could be.
But who does know about video games? Who knows a lot?
There's a couple people.
The best people that know.
Best people.
Cyberpunk. Yeah, those are the best people.
This is the one.
They are fully aware.
This is the one everybody
is excited
in video
games.
I mean, they're fully aware of what we want, certainly, because there's a lot of dreams being sold to us, certainly.
Yeah, let me just say that I myself just got through Witcher. I was late on the Witcher party. He was the one that put me onto the game. I had no clue CD Projekt Red was. I didn't know much about them.
Several games.
Yeah, and that's really the point. Now, I mean, I have Witcher 2 on the computer. It's so big. In a different context now with Cyberpunk, which I love sci-fi. The
Cyberpunk aesthetic has always been very appealing to me.
We didn't mention it is Cyberpunk 2077 that we if you didn't know who CD Projekt Red was and who their next game was, you have to really not know much. But if you don't know,
it's okay.
If you don't know, CD Projekt Red made the last great game, The Witcher 3, and they're making Cyberpunk, and we don't have any leaks as to what we're getting. We
saw a little. We
want to know. We want to know what else there is that we didn't see on the sides of. Like if you saw that big demo that they had, they said that's all different.
The aesthetics unbelievable.
It was mostly gameplay.
They said that's all changed. There's a year of development between that. They said it all changed. So I'm very interested to see what it looks like.
It might be like a Blade Runner kind of aesthetic.
It is a Blade Runner,
and that's what really.
I like the biomonitor thing. The person can be dead, but you can still access the data that they have on them.
Yeah, that was really cool. Moving on, what else you got for us? Big hot stuff.
Fable 4. Will Fable show up?
Well, as an Xbox fan, I surely hope so.
I do hope so.
It's been a long time since we've even really had anything that substantial come out of the Xbox realm, if I do dare say that. And I do trust Playground. They make good racing games. They have very beautiful worlds. And I hope it translates. We'll see if it can translate. Those games are hard to make. So it's not like they didn't have a gigantic task in front of them with those games. And they're critically acclaimed, great. I just want to see if they can make the jump. But,
you shouldn't discredit them just because they've only done something. Like a car racing.
Wow, it wouldn't be the first time that's happened.
For me, it's been a while since I last played Fable. I've only played the second and third one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember the world being very big, right? That's something that they can improve on for this. They could make.
Oh yeah, there hasn't been a Fable game in the modern era, like where you have like.
That's right.
There was one in like the 2000s, but that was smaller because we were still in the old console generation. We hadn't gone hog wild for open world yet. But the leak on this one is that like apparently I don't know if this one was debunked or not, but this one sounded nice. We're really just excited to see if this one pops up, and that's the rumor on its own. But there was a leak to this. I don't know if it's been debunked yet. Apparently, like they left Albion in a portal. Some Mad King is dropping a asteroid. And if you remember 3, you had to like stop a pending event. Yeah. So it looks like they're bringing that back.
You get your Guild of Heroes. And
who knows? I'm hopeful. The Xbox needs live support. That's why we're talking about Halo next. The biggest voltage that they're getting, like I mean, like
Yes,
people
yes.
have been. It sounds like they've been listening to exactly the right feedback. Although I'm gonna put up that I think that this Infinite thing will probably disturb me. I will probably dislike that for myself personally.
I have no prediction.
It sounds to me like there will be.
It could go either way.
Something continuous here. We playing this baby till we're diapers, bro. Diapers.
Yeah,
I'm keeping my hopes in check. Personally,
I'm the Xbox guy, so definitely the Halo would be a beautiful thing for me. I really hope that it comes back and returns to its once amazing, overwhelming greatness, where nothing else was really even close in my mind, or in really a lot of the people I knew mind. I mean, I remember when I played Combat Evolved, I was a little kid, and it was like on my cousin's Xbox, and it just completely blew me away. So I'm just praying that we can get back to that, just really taking gamers for a ride and giving them something that they haven't seen before, because that's what happened with those games. Is every game was something new. Master Chief had to deal with a bigger impending doom. But yeah, let's move on from that. Let me not ramble too long about my pride and joy. Yeah, so
it's okay to show your heart.
I know. I'm an Xbox boy at heart, so I just wanted it to be right. I want it to be okay.
This is Rockstar pulled out. Rockstar makers of the Batman games. We potentially have another DC property game with them, but
Rockstar?
They said they're not gonna. Yeah,
Rockstar.
Not
Okay, you said Rockstar. Yeah, Rockstar.
Yes, it can be confused with Rockstar. They're both pretty stellar. I mean, one is on a streak of like.
Give me a Shazam game. Superman with magic. I'm just putting it out there, Rocksteady. If you hear this, we want it. That was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie.
They're probably that's something.
Now we spoke about Rockstar.
Somebody's planning it out, but I don't know if they're gonna hear us.
Real quick, just since we brought up Rockstar, we
did not bring Rockstar.
Well, he accidentally did.
I just want to quickly put a pin on that. So we know that they're going to release a game for Google Stadia.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any chance that we might see some of that? I think we might see some of that in the E3. It would be the right time to show something. No,
I don't think so. There's no publisher there that will give them the unless like if it's not just a port from a game, like they don't port Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption to PCs, then no, because the only people are console makers, and you don't give anything to the PC gaming show.
Okay.
Not to hurt the PC gaming show. I've watched E3 for a long time, and there's typically nothing there. But somebody who may or may not, and we're hoping there's also WB team is Harry Potter Magic Awakens. We saw this leak like early last year or early this year. I forget exactly.
I believe it was March of this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting into
that is. I mean, that's the truth.
I mean, what we're hearing is that you're a fifth-year student. Yeah, you're a fifth-year student. You come in, you're like part of this whole adventure. I don't know how this connects, but supposedly they're gonna make a string of games. They want to make a franchise out of these games, and I really hope this works. Avalanche.
Was it a 50-year student or a 15-year student?
A fifth-year student. Yeah, it's a fifth-year student.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see what type of magic the student's going to be using, what type of threats they're going to be fighting. Hopefully, a giant troll, maybe some big spiders. I don't know.
I mean, we don't really know what it's really going to be like at the end, because
fingers crossed that maybe this is being made by somebody, not.
Well, there are some video leaks online, but it looks very incomplete. The game.
You bless the world with what you blessed it with, Jake.
We don't know. It's even if we didn't see that and we just heard, like we didn't see the gameplay that you can't get that anymore.
Yeah.
If we didn't see that, we'd still be. I mean, my God.
Super excited.
RPG.
It's unbelievable.
RPG
it's
Harry Potter.
It's a dream.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Honestly, I love RPGs.
Another one we're looking forward to is Dying Light.
Yes.
Very underrated first game.
The first one was a lot of fun.
Non-existent story. Well, there was.
But that's okay. That's okay. Though.
But it needed dire improvement, and now they got Chris Avon. So we got the maker of the New Vegas.
Yes. The man.
KOTOR.
That does make me.
There's
really
nothing
It
else.
seems like it's going to be a
say.
different game narratively. Like you'll have choices.
Yes,
it's brand. You'll change people. You'll change the environment for people. They're being bad. It's consequences, man. That's Chris Avalon's specialty.
Yeah.
So
it's beautiful.
I'm ready for that. With the gameplay from Dying Light,
it's my favorite part about KOTOR was all the decisions. I mean, it was an older game, so there's less endings to the game in itself. But I always liked that I would find something new as I replayed it over and over. Because I'm obsessed.
I mean, BioShock as well.
Yeah.
Bleeding Edge.
Crazy. Yes.
Ninja Theory's second team, apparently.
Yes.
Not the Ninja Theory that worked on Hellblade. Their second team has been hard at work on something. It's apparently a third-person game that looks somewhat sci-fi.
A little co-op,
somewhat
maybe.
Warframe-ish.
Yes. You know what I mean? And I love Warframe. So the aesthetic of Warframe, if that's the case.
What do we think on is this going to be an exclusive? Like, will they keep this for them? Not for like a PC.
I hope so.
PC, they'll probably bring it. I'm talking about like
probably come to because of Microsoft.
Because they have Obsidian that they just bought.
Yes.
But that one's still making games for
other people.
Yeah, will this still? Who knows?
I think there's at least one major factor that would go into that. I mean, game developers and companies get to see. Game companies get to see the publishers. To get to see the games before we get to see them. So if it's really good, if it looks really good at first view, I think that there would be a little bit of a bidding war there.
Yeah.
To see, and if the bidding war
gets to grab onto it.
Yeah. If the bidding war fails, for somebody to come on top, then it's probably not going to be an exclusive.
For sure. That's what I think. I think it might. They're owned by Microsoft,
and they were bought somewhere in between the development.
About a year ago, I think, something like that.
I don't know when
we talked about this a while ago, long before.
This was in last E3 that were bought. We don't know when this was. We don't know if this is gonna go. Who knows?
Well, we're hopeful.
I don't know.
We're hopeful that it'll be.
We have Bayonetta's. Bayonetta developers. Babylon's Fall, which apparently they're saying is the biggest game they ever made, which is not too hard because they make kind of small, linear action games. The best ones out in the best.
Mention some.
I'm also hearing.
Bayonetta. Metal Gear Revengeance. They're making Wonderful 101.
Yeah, they did the Wonderful 101 classic.
It's one to look out. We don't have much information on that except for a trailer.
Or is that the one that we're getting? Because I heard that there was 2 IPs that were potentially coming out, and that's interesting to me as well. Because for them to be working on 2 games, who knows what we're gonna get?
Who knows? It could just be Bayonetta 3.
It could be. Moving on from that.
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Bread and butter.
Star Wars. Yeah, there will be Star Wars.
There will be Star Wars coming back.
Hopefully it's good.
This is the prayer.
It's EA.
We're scared. EA hasn't been very promising for me. I remember if you remember the last E3, this is enough to tell you. When their big release, now you could play as Anakin and Obi-Wan and General Grievous. Listen, they've had a bad run, but I think that now the stars are aligning for the whole franchise to make a big comeback. I think this game's going to be great. I love that kid that's playing the Jedi, the one from Shameless. I forget his name, the actor.
He played Joker.
Yeah, he played Joker as well on Gotham, right? And he's good. I like him. I like him a lot. So I think that this is going to be really interesting. It has that same.
I like the team.
The team that's doing it with the wall running and all this stuff. I love that idea. You're going to be, you're going to be hopping around. You're going to feel free and light.
Gameplay. Give me gameplay.
I got to see something.
If I get another CG,
you got to show. If I get another CG trailer, I'm going to be mad.
I'm going to feel skeptical.
I'm going to be hurt.
These guys just
then
don't have
I'm going to
the
say, they're playing games with us. I hope it drops and it feels as good as Apex dropped in the first drop. Now, I'll say that because I feel like the way you move and the speed at which some of those characters can move will be incorporated with some of maybe the gadgets that you'll have. Because I think that he's an unorthodox kind of Jedi. Granted that he's the last one, he's going to have to do different stuff. So, yeah, definitely interesting. Definitely really, really interesting.
Did we touch on Blue Point games yet?
Blue Point has a game coming out, Makers of Colossus. Yeah. We don't know what that is, so we can't touch. It could be anything. It's going to be their very first project on their own.
There is a quote from them saying that the new game is beyond, I quote, beyond what they thought was possible. End quote.
Okay, well,
I thought they were going to say it's beyond good and evil. It's that game that's already coming out. We're working on that with them.
Yeah, with them. We're helping them.
I mean, it could them just be blowing smoke up our asses, but it could also just be. It could be legitimate.
Let me rattle the last one.
Yeah, rattle this last one off. And then
we got Splinter Cell. We know nothing, but we know Splinter Cell. We're hoping the original voice comes back.
Dino Crisis.
Something from Capcom. Dude. Something from Capcom, really. We know that
there's also an IP.
The makers of Devil May Cry. He's making a game. We got something from somebody working on that RE engine again. I know there's something more. We promised maybe even Resident Evil 3 remake. So like something, Dino Crisis, Onimusha, something's gonna be revived.
I didn't know about
within that beautiful new engine that we have.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
on from
fantastic.
That, how about we just touch on? There's a Naoki Yoshida Square Enix IP. Supposedly, it's in the full-scale development
Naoki
stage.
Yoshida Persona.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. Then
it's a new core project.
Do I have anything else? We have the Assassin's Creed thing. We don't know much about that. And it should be Vikings, but it won't even be there most likely. That pretty much covers everything that we had, really.
About
Pikmin 4, maybe? Could we get a Pikmin 4? And I'm also hearing Banjo-Kazooie is going to be potentially a DLC character in Smash Bros. I love Banjo. I just hope. As a guy that loves Banjo-Kazooie, I
love Pikmin as well. But I don't think just like
it's been in development.
It has been
by Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Never mind. I am a very happy man.
Yeah.
It's his favorite franchise. He's been in development.
Yeah, he loves the Pikmin.
It's a couple years now. It's a while now, actually.
And they have some interesting lore.
But other than that,
things that are actually coming up on Nintendo's side of things now that we're there, we do know that we're going to be able to see more of Link's Awakening. We're going to be seeing more of Luigi's Mansion 3, which I am very, very much looking forward to.
Is there anything in the room?
What?
Anything in the rumor for anything else in them? I think they might surprise because I don't think anybody's expecting anything crazy except for Bayonetta. I mean, we're expecting anything because we were already bound by Metroid. No Metroid.
Yeah, but I mean, in the sense that people's expectations might be managed, I could agree with that. But like in the sense that like, are there expectations on Nintendo's shoulders? I mean, just talk to Vinny. He sold the Switch because
but he's in the very minority. Like this thing came out 2 years ago.
It sits for 5 months.
This thing came out 2 years ago, and it's like leading the charts.
Yeah, and I mean, if it was me, I haven't been able to afford one yet. But if it was me, I would have never thought of that. There's a bunch of indie games. I love indie games. A few cool little RPG kind of things here.
I want Metroid. Okay,
not coming this
year. When it comes,
AAA games,
the Pokemon, all these things, Metroid. That's what I want. That's when I go there. But that's when I go. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm a fan of. Give me a Star Fox game, maybe. Do something. All right, please.
We are gonna see Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, we'll see.
Look, the show starts in on Sunday.
Yeah.
There's one on Saturday, but it's EA, and we don't even know if they're going to show anything or just have celebrities there. So
if they drop anything crazy, though, we'll let you know.
We will be here for E3.
And we'll be here to give you coverage.
Yeah, stop by. We'll be covering that, like all of it. Definitely, Microsoft.
We're gonna be sitting there beforehand as well, talking about some stuff. You guys want to get into the comments, try and ask us what you think, what we think is gonna happen.
Yeah,
even more so in detail.
Anything.
We'll be asking you
guys.
Will we
see more in Pokemon?
We want to know. Yeah, we want to know more, and we want to see more of that. We'll definitely be talking about that soon. So,
give us a like, subscribe, hit the notification.
Turn on the post notifications for sure, please. And make sure to subscribe and like and all that good stuff.
We'll see you next time on Vinny's Garage.
And thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.